Hello guys, and a very good evening here on this beautiful Thursday, the 21st of June, where we get ready for the final round of this season's EU Division 1. I will quickly go over the format as always, for the people who maybe don't know it yet. Here we have it on screen. Of course we know the rules by now, but I will still tell them for people watching. Fuel's off, tire degradation is off, we're racing on racing hard tires. BOP will be on to even the cars. Tuning and assists are allowed, and we're driving the group 3 cars as you see on screen. There are 3 cars, 3 brands. Then the format of this night, we first have qualifying to determine the grid of the first race. After that we have 3 races, race 1, race 2 and race 3 of course. And after that we have race King of the Karts, which is like a fun event where we just go karting with all the GTSRL members who are well available. By the way guys, let me know if you are in the chat watching. Always great to see if there's anybody here. I'll quickly go to the drivers now who are competing this evening. Here we have them on screen. Norex, of course, having a massive lead in a championship. Let me quickly see the points. Let's see, Max is on P2 with 86 and Norex is on the top with 81. After that we have Sharp coming with 60, then Pies with 74, Nightview 41, Dragnet 41 and Nico 40 and Ruben with 39. All the drivers are on screen now with their numbers behind them. Of course Norex, Nico, Modern X, Hulk, I forgot a letter there, Jordi, Dragnet, Nightview, EXC / Richie, Pies, Dingsmus, Sharpshooter, Max Bailey, Ogenify or Ogenify, SNKSD and Genesis. So with these drivers we hopefully have a beautiful race this evening here on the Circuit de la Sarthe, where we just have had the real Le Mans race. Quickly set it up to have something on screen. Switch, there we go, onto the race view, where the drivers are already getting some last minute practice before the race. With the long straights here at Le Mans, of course. So hopefully everything goes well with the hosting and with the streaming tonight. We had a little bit of difficulties last week, but it should all now be resolved, and as we are looking at it right now, there shouldn't be any problems. Right here on screen we have Dragnet. Let's quickly have a look at his livery. Now we have the time. There we go. Quickly show them off. The Michelin on it and Dragnet Racing, is that on there? Oh, we have a bit of corrupting here with the PlayStation view. Now we want to see the front. Yes, Formula E Championship sponsoring on the front, which by the way is going to be awesome next season. We'll switch cars. Who's else on the track? Oh, Jenify. I think he's auto driving because his warning lights are on, but that doesn't matter. Well, by the way, quickly have a look at the front of his car as well. Looking classy with the white and red stripes. Dragnet on EXC here in the pits with RSGT livery, I think. Yeah, RSGT Super Series, which is a new league we host here at the GTSRL, which is amazing by the way. Really cool how it is set up. And then we have Max in the pits here. Bulk Barn livery, looking cool. Also with, ooh, what is that? Oh, I can see really. Jordi with an awesome number plate on his car. And a martini on the front with a bit of red and Red Bull on there too. Then we have SNKSD, this classy grey and red here, with nice stripes at the front too. And then we have Night View, who is parked on the track. And then I will just go into cinematic view again. Join the voice chat of the race too, so I can hear the race director. And it should be almost time for the stock checks then. By the way guys, I have figured out and readied up the driver of the day voting system. So at the end of this evening we will have a vote for the who is the best driver of the day. Hype hype. Both having penalties, by the way, which is quite common here on the Le Mans track. It's a bit tight, so there might be even a lot of issues with that, with the penalties. By the way, we're only running 3 laps this evening, because the circuit is so long, of course, 13 points, a little bit, 14 I think, kilometers, which for racing cars like this is very long. Lap times I think will be around, well, 3 minutes 30 maybe. Get the times on the screen, by the way. You can have a look what the guys are driving at the moment. 3:45 by Nico now, which isn't bad at all on this track. It's quite a difficult one too, but we all know that, of course, because the most famous race in the world is hosted here. One of the most famous races. And in this version they didn't mess up the Porsche curves yet. Currently there are massive runoffs instead of just a barrier, which I very dislike. Here already, now entering Porsche curve here, which is now, the barrier is very wide, which we, of course, as real racing fans and the drivers even didn't like it as well. So, but yeah, safety first apparently. With the FIA, of course. By the way guys, if you are in the chat, is the audio good? Are you having a great evening? Let me know. Then we'll be on to cut the chicane here, which is of course possible. Ooh, we didn't see anything. Here. Good evening, Jens. Great to have you watching again. Hopefully will go well this time. Yeah, thank you. I think looking forward to it this evening. So all the guys are in the voice chat now, by the way, so we're about to start the stock checks. Ooh, Dingsmus and Norix won't be racing today. I just heard that. Fight for the title will be between Max and Sharpshooter then, with Norix missing. Our X-Hulk, our Dutch driver here. A nice moto. Is that the standard livery? Oh, I don't think so. It's the discussing the settings, and then we're on to the stuck checks. I will do a bit of waiting. It does mix up the field really when Norix isn't here, because he usually just drives off and we never see him again. Can I still win the T2? Well, I hope to be racing tomorrow, but I haven't got real practice in yet, and I'm looking to go for the Porsche, by the way, but I hope to be able to, and it is still theoretically possible because the top 6 is really close together, Jens. So maybe. On to this first stock check now, by the way, on the screen, which is about the good timing. Really, we're on schedule. Gives me some start practice as well too. Here we have all the cars. A lot of GTRs today. There we go. Let's see how they go through the first corner. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Reckon it having going side by side. Ooh, long rim, of course, to the first corner, as we know, Le Mans. There you go, Nightfield taking the lead. Let's see how this goes. Nobody got stuck, it seems. Oh, we have a bit of bumper cars, but as DSD already goes out of the way. Bit of the guys going wide there. But except for Pies having a beautiful grass drift there, everything seems to be okay. Yeah, and nobody got stuck. Oh, we have a bit of sibling and sliding, but it doesn't really matter. Now it's just a practice run. They're all leaving the lobby. Now. Seems to be a bit lagging on screen. It wasn't that bad on my one, but we'll see. Isn't really that busy on the stream yet. Of course, it is just a regular evening. 5 minutes we will run the last stock check, and then we'll be into qualifying, which will be a bit interesting really here, because you don't we have the same time, but of course you don't cannot run lots of laps in it, because the lap is way longer than usual, so you have to make your lap count. Eyes here on screen, full looking orange livery. By the way, is the sound mix a bit good? Jens, you're always good in letting me know. Should be good. I monitor myself too. A full look on the car here, by the way, on the main straight. Oh, good. Nice, thank you. So let's see who else is on the track. Probably everyone, just to get last bits of practice in. Nico here with a pink livery, which didn't help me last race. And like Empol told us, pink is never fast, but he will prove us wrong. Sharpshooter now joining the game too. Having missed the first stock check, but so we'll have to do another one, so to check if he's not stuck. Good evening, Nananda. All guys getting penalties. We did change the settings to week, because otherwise it will be a penalty festival here. But still, people are getting penalties all over the place. It here doesn't have a penalty at one of the of people. Already here, taking a bit of curb, do a bit of look at this straight. Go long. Max here, also doing his laps. Here on screen, by the way, with his Fanatec sponsoring. Of course, that's touching to totally. The race director just told us that drafting isn't allowed, so getting the slipstream behind another car to set your fastest lap. Because you gain so much time with these long straights, so they will hand out penalties if you do so. And this will be the final stock check, and then we should be into qualifying. Yeah, deliveries are great as in every evening, really. Now, let's have a look at the final stock check before we go into qualifying, and of course the final first corner practice. There we go, we are off, and Jordi being stuck probably. Yeah, because somebody drives in the back of him. Well, somebody's paying out there. But we'll have to see and follow how the first corner will end up. Let's see. Oh, all reasonably clean. Penalties being handed out, of course, and slipping and sliding, as we are used to. But these top 5 is going fine. Good evening, David, on the YouTube chat. Who is going to win the championship? Well, let's have a quick look at the standings at the moment. I have the driver's screen here, by the way. As you can see, Norix is on top, but he isn't driving again. So we have Max and Sharpshooter and Pies really close together, really. So I will put my money on, let's see, who is gonna be. I will go for Max. Just as he isn't really, well, that well, expected this season, really. So I go for Max, but we'll see. Let's see, Jordi going to restart this PS4 because he was stuck. But we'll have to see, I think quali is on now. So we'll just switch to our live view. Right here. Because we're now ready to set our first laps. Most likely. Missing yet. Let's quickly have a look. Max, of course, being out, and we, as you can see, we have quite a bit of a gap between all the drivers here, which is Very nice to see here on the main straight, because they need to keep their distance because they can't use the drag of the car in front to gain time. That is not allowed tonight. 7 drivers only on track, is that correct? Quickly have a look at the list. Otherwise my spectator things are fucking up already. 7 cars, that shouldn't be okay. Is that okay? Of course Genesis has left the room and Jordy, so we're missing 2, so that could be okay. Yeah. All on their outlaps. Nico already drifting and slipping, but now I think the Hulk has to wait and Pies has to wait. All having penalties already, so they will need to lose them before they start their lap, otherwise it will be invalid, and that could be a very painful mistake here. Well, just have to wait until the cars, Pies and Nico, are close together. They do need to create a gap before they start the lap, and Pies lose your penalty, but of course he will know that as well. After that little slip up, they are all being quite close together. Here we have all the drivers now on screen, SKSD still in the pits. Night View already out on track, having a nice bit of space there. And Nico is on his outlap still, almost going, leaving the track and gaining an advantage. Nice, Sinipal. Good evening, Sinipal, by the way. Nice to have you here. Let's see. Max already got his penalty and loses immediately. And then we're on to Max going for the first hot lap. Already 3 minutes into qualifying. As well. Pies just crossing the finish line. There goes Ogenify starting his lap. Ogin FTI, yes. Our Hulk has made a little excursion to the sand pit, being on the wrong side of the track, going into the pits then probably, which is quite unusual. Draconet here making his way to the start line, and Night View as well. We have a look at what Max is doing, having a massive gap already. So doesn't have to worry about the drafting. How does he take this corner? Smoothly, it seems. All crossing the chicane. Of course, breaks up the massive straight. There you can see Max in the distance. Pies having a bit of a wide line there, loses time with that. Have the opportunity. Getting a penalty. It is a tricky corner, especially because you enter at such a high speed. Sharpshooter also having a penalty. Going to lose it in this corner. Well, you need to go very slow, or he just is willing to take it. But probably your lap after that will also be invalid, so you don't want that. And let's see, Draconet on his way on his lap. Night View just coming, still on his outlap. Massive gaps between the cars, as you can see on the mini map on the top right of the screen. And now crossing the line as well. Go for his hot lap. Let's quickly have a look at Max. Next part will be, I know the corners here in the Netherlands, and after that the Porsche curve or something. Still going as well, of course this is a straight, so making an error here would be a bit difficult. Oh, you can already see the poles being bowled over already. Pies has lost his penalty, so that's okay. Sharpshooter as well. Oh no, still has one. Didn't see the name check yet. Oh, going fine with a bit of a distance between him and Dragnet. Night View. KSD now also out on track, and Jordy as well, after being back from his PS4 restart. Let's see. Going nice through these corners here. We'll get quickly a map of the circuit, by the way. It's perfectly possible. There he comes, onto the last chicanes. And there he crosses the line with a 3:36.2. Then we have Nico coming across the line with only a very small difference of 89, yes, hundredths. And then the next one to arrive at the start-finish line is Unify. Oh, we're following, of course, the World Championship of football as well, now currently in Russia. So, Nananda, you keep us posted. With a 9-second difference between him and Nico. Let's see what Pies does. 19 seconds, he doesn't have a good lap yet. Sharpshooter, let's see, coming onto the, well, isn't really the main straight, but the start and finish straight. And he, oh, our Dutch driver jumps up a few places, being 1.14 seconds between him. Dragnet now into 4th, with only 4/10 of Hulk. Max already on his way again. Doing another hop lap. You need to use those laps here. Making difficult is quite hard. Yeah, hard into the brakes here. Into the corner. Find a good map, really. This one is better. Okay, well, let's see. Well, of course, we have a bit of waiting to do now before they cross the line again. Because on this long straight, it is quite hard. Or it takes a while, really, to get to the finish line. Looking as well. This looks like a nice map. Yes. Hulk coming quite close to his similarly branded car, Sharpshooter. Night View into P4, which I did expect from him, really. Let's see, he has a punt-free race this evening, hopefully. He should. Deserves that. Did got a penalty this lap, so we have to see how he handles that. On screen Dragnet now, being into P5 currently. Let's see, Max has just crossed the finish line. On his way, no, I did time it right. Being off 9/10, let's see what Nico does. With the best time now, half a second, 6/10 between him and the P2 Max now. Hulk has a bit of an excursion. Let's see who else was crossing the line there. Ik zie no. There are other people on the track. No, we'll see. So now Nico takes the virtual pole now, being at the half of qualifying already. Max currently on a very fast laps. Let's see, of course he still has a very big part of the track to cover. But let's see if he can keep advantage. Pies now with a big improvement into P3. Ease. It's still difficult for me. But nice. Eight people watching. Damn. Finally, getting almost into the double digits. So any questions or anything you know where to put them really? And like I told, but there weren't people here, we're gonna do driver of the day voting at the end of the 3 races. Fancy as well. Of course, trying to improve their laps once more. With only probably, let's see, 10 minutes, so that many laps. Get the shit done. Jordi here on screen, currently P7. Then we have Dragnet and Sharpshooter. Let's see, there's 1 second difference between Sharp and Jordi. So let's see if Sharp can have a go at that time. Dragnet being 2 seconds off, but very close to 2 seconds off of Jordi, but very close to Dragnet really. Night View being close to both drivers really. Our Hulk being 2/10 off Night View. Now going a bit wide, but if he doesn't get a penalty, it's okay because he is improving his best time and will most likely jump Pies then. Guys, almost. See, Max is almost at the Nico here, going through the Corvette games. No, the Porsche, the end of the Porsche course. Coming through the last 4 chicanes here, and then he's on to the little start and finish straight. Let's see if he improves his time. Max being in front of him, by the way. He does, with only 48 hundredths, but an improvement is an improvement. And the gap has grown a little bit between him and Max, so Max didn't improve enough yet. Pies under pressure by Hulk maybe. Let's see how is his lapping doing. A bit of drifting and a penalty, but you never know what the final time will be, where he will end up eventually. There he goes. Let's see what the time does. Little 2/10 off. And SNKSD being parked here on a really strange spot. Anything of that in the chat? I do not. We have a follow. Inipaldi, thank you. Look, already on his way. Oh, camera lost him a bit there. But doesn't seem to get a penalty for it. All good then. Let's see what he does. Of course, going that wide might be faster if you don't get a penalty for it, of course. But we'll see. Most of the time, taking the outside route doesn't make you faster. No, it does not. Have a look at Night View here, going through the beautiful curves here. You already see the marbles on the track. Does have a penalty. See how severe that one is. brake enough here to lose the penalty. He does. See to the final slow curves. Really. And doesn't improve. Two guys parked here. Is really the best spot. We're in the way of the television broadcast. Quickly have a look at the guys at the back. Dragnet on 6. Or at the back. Well, more at the back. Jordi 7. Sharpshooter 8. Doesn't manage to close the gap between him and Jordi yet. SNKHD could have a go still, but doesn't seem to. If still being at 11th place. Genesis now in the pits. Quickly have a look at our pole sitter here, Nico. By the way, guys, we have also SNKSD streaming his perspective on YouTube too. Available in the Discord, or if you ask here, I can post it. No Norix today, no, and Paul, he isn't driving today, which opens a lot of chances for the championship, really. Of course, Norix being a pretty great driver. But now Max, by the way, has managed to surpass, just at a few minutes, or a few seconds really, he had the fastest time, but then Nico also improved. Now the gap is only 1/10 really. School stuff. Always the school fucks it up. I can very much relate to that. Max now on P2, after having the fastest time, or having a bit of a battle between it, and now the gap is really close, so the final laps here are going to decide the final grid. Pies being 2 seconds of Max almost, and not being, well, half a second. It is of course doable with a good lap for our Hulk. Nico has parked the car, so he has bailed out of his final lap. Max now still going for an improvement, now improving the time by 2/10, which would be enough for him to take pole. Ice having a go, also improving his time with a green best really quickly on screen. Our Hulk almost starting his final lap. Night View, does he manage to make it for the 20-minute mark? I don't think so. But does improve his final time. Or he goes for one other lap, I don't know what's the restrictor. No, he is parking. So we currently have Pies being, our Hulk. See, Dragnet has parked, Jordi has parked, Sharp still on his lap as well. HD and of course all parked. Don't drive in the way of somebody. But let's see, Nico did have his car parked, so not really competing yet. Currently, I think. So it's onto Max and Pies to improve his time, their times. Oh, now setting the best time with 2/10. If he keeps this going, he will take pole. Let's see how he does. Going to the final corners now. And he will most likely go into pole. Yes, with a ball, quite a bit of a gap. 1.4 tenths. You don't really say it. You see the difference here on screen. So, nice lap of him. Now let's see what Pies does on his final lap. Now setting also a best sector time. Only a very small difference, so it's going to be hard. But let's see if he still manages to get one hell of a lap out of this one. Into the final corners. Let's see. Onto the main little start-finish straight now. Flat out, and what it does, not enough. Sadly, does manage to close the gap a bit. And now it's onto the slipping and sliding as we used to when qualifying is over. Our Hulk still on his lap, he might be, but I don't think so. Technically being parked. Yeah, nice job. Congratulations to Max on the pole. And then we'll quickly go to the grid. Now, by the way, Max on pole, then Nico, then Pies, Night View on a P4. X-Hulk might finish his lap, by the way, here. Oh, going very right, so that lap is trashed. Dragnet on P6, Jordy on 7, Sharpshooter on 8, SNKSD on 9, EXC on 10, Richie. 11 will be Odd Jennifer, and on 12 we have Genesis. So that concludes qualifying then, and in a few minutes we are on to the first race. Then all hell will go loose. And Argentina has won, or has lost his game against Croatia with 3-0. This is crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. All cars really waiting now until the next action is going to be on the track, which will be the first race, which will consist of 3 laps only. But of course, like I told us and like we know, this track is very long. Sharpshooter having a bit of backwards action. All cars waiting now. This is the man who is on pole. There's a little drift there. All the guys being parked side by side. Night View, by the way, is also streaming. Almost ready to start the first race. And the drafting is allowed again, of course, live streaming in the race. So guys, almost ready, hype for the first race of the final round of the 5th season of the EU Division 1 in our great Gran Touring Sport Racing League. There we go, final will begin. 9 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I timed it right. There we go, guys. 3 laps at the La Start circuit with, yeah, we can see the pole. Max on pole, Nico, Pies, Night View, then the Hulk, Dragnet, Jordy, Sharpshooter, SNKSD, EXC, Define and Genesis completing the grid. We're already rev your engines, and then it's light it's out. In France, 3, 2, 1, there we go. Max having a good start. Seems Night View blasting there. Already almost getting a position. Yeah, he goes. Hulk goes wide. Everything okay so far. No slipping and sliding. Ooh, Max takes the first position. Does he manage to keep it stick? Oh, a bit of pushing, but all went all clean. There we go. Max having a bit of a lead. Night View being put under pressure. All being put under pressure. Oh, very close together still. There we go. One guy, Jordy, keep it clean when entering the track. Yeah, no problem. Oh, Jordy went off. EXC still. Max having a penalty, but yeah, still doesn't lose it. And now we're onto a massive slipstreaming fest on this long straight. See a bit of action there down the field. SNKSD having a go side by side already. Quickly have a look at how they are going to enter this first corner. Night View on the inside. Is he faster? He is. We're going to see him some cars wide there. Bit of issues re-entering, sharpshooter and penalties everywhere. Battle at the front of the field is still, well, has spaced out a bit. Nico in the slipstream. Let's see. So many stuff happening. Side by side now in the same car. So should in theory have the same speed. And Nico gets it. Nice move there. Ooh, bit of a pileup. Little brake test there, maybe by our Hulk, and all the cars are back together again. Close. Now on to the next. Very hard in the brakes corner. Hulk being put under pressure now. SNKHD going around him. And there we go into the very slow corner. Not really a place to overtake, but you never know. Oh, a bit of bumping there. It's very close at the back of the field. Oh, and we see somebody slipping off there in the back. You see making a move on Genesis and does manage to get it stick. Max with another penalty up front. Let's have a look. Night View already looking to get that position again. Great battle for the first position, really, with 3 cars, and at the back of the field it's really close. Try to keep track of everything, but it is quite hard. There we come onto the main straight. I'm still having the penalty. Night View getting quite wide. And we'll see what's happening at the back. Look at, we have a train. An SNKSD train this time. Ooh, Sharp going wide. But just keep it on the road a little bit. Good evening, Billions. Great to have you here. We just started the first race and it's crazy all over. Almost now onto the second lap of 3. And the top 3 and all. Ooh, Night View with a little slipper. Nico having a look at the side and does manage to pass him. Let's see if Pies is close enough. Is not at the moment. Penalties everywhere. EXC having a look. Going to the inside. Outside, no. Does have to give in, and now Genesis on his tail. All kinds of penalties, by the way. Oh, we quickly have a look again at the front, where now it has spaced out a little bit. You can see between the top 3, 4 and 5, it's closer at the back. Now onto the long straight, all with little, almost the same gap in between, except Jordy here. See how they go into the corner. Approaching now. Nico does manage to make up some time with braking maybe a bit later than Max. There they are, slipstreaming again. Top 3 in one. Having a move maybe by Nico. Getting a lot of slipstream. Very close in Max's gearbox. Have to see how that ends up. We quick have a look at the back of the field where there might have been some kind of error. Regnet having a half spin. But we'll have to look what's going at the front because Nico is now side by side to Max and does manage to pass him, but is on the outside. So Max can easily defend maybe. Going a bit wide now onto the sand and he loses the position. Now Night View also having a going to overtake him, and he does. All kinds having been penalties, maybe to pass him while there was a yellow flag, but that yellow flag couldn't be there in the first place. And now Pai is getting into the mix as well at the back. Max going side by side to Night View again. All going clean so far. Top 4 in one picture on the second lap. Let's quickly have a look at the back of the field where the gaps are a little bit bigger. Regnet does get close to Genesis, but we try to have a look at the front of the field because there's happening all kinds of things. Night View here trying to make the move on Max to get that position back. Go having a bit of an edge over Max at the moment. Creating a little bit of a gap, as you can see here. Pai is now looking to get Night View. Now we're almost on to the final lap, with Nico currently leading the pack. Guys still having in the fight. Oh, sharpshooter there, going really hard into that corner, braking as late as he possibly can, and now we'll see what he can do out of the slipstream. Trying to stay in it, of course, and then being faster already, fast enough. Not yet. Ghosting there. Have a look at how top guys are going at the front of the field. Now onto the main straight, where the slipstreaming is going to kick in any moment now. Oh, we have Ixie going off. That is a costliest mistake, because now he has lost almost 3 positions. But we'll have to look at how this will end up with the slipstream. Guys aren't really close enough to each other really gain an advantage from it. Maybe they can brake to each other, braking later than the guy in front to get the position, but it isn't the case. Then we have a move of SNKSD on the outside here, nicely done, braking later, probably to gain an advantage over Sharpshooter. But he will come back on the slipstream, most likely. And Dragnet is still being very close to EXC, putting him under constant pressure. Field here still being quite spaced up at the moment. Although Pice is getting closer and closer to Night View. Let's see. Yeah, there he goes, making the move. But is Night View going to cross back or having a go at this corner? He does. Only just not hitting him. There they go. Nice view. And Max is having a look at Nico. The final lap of the first race. Almost being halfway with now. Let's see if there's closer battles at the back of the field. There are. Dennis is now having made the move over the Hulk, but being very close to him. Ooh, SNKSD going a bit of pushing, slipping and sliding there. We see all kinds of movement. Ooh, hitting each other, but all goes... Ooh, being pushed to the outside of the track. All cars entering and re-entering. Does it all go legally? It does. Let's see how the top of the field is going again. Almost at the final part of the track. With Nico still in the lead after that Max and then Pies and Nightview now being into P4. Haven't made the places up yet from his grid start at the moment. Of course has been on these places, but doesn't manage to keep them yet. There they go, over the finish line. Nico and Max P1 and 2, then Pies and Nightview completing the top 4. SNKSD coming now onto the final corners. Will probably, most likely with no errors, keep the 5th place. Then EXE, there they come. EXE, Sharpshooter, and the Hulk still trying to get rid of his penalty. Just managed to Dragnet. Then Ogenify coming, and Jordy might not be able to make the finish. There he comes across the line. Let's see if Jordy can make it. 16 seconds. Ooh, gonna be tight. There he comes. No, he doesn't gonna make it. Sadly. Well, big congratulations to Nico with the win. Of course, we now have a bit of time between the races, and then we'll get on to the second one in just a bit. All cars being lined up. So, race reactions, it was really close, and matching, well, top positions were changing around the clock. Go driving out of the pits, maybe is letting the car drive on auto drive, and that is nice because we have something to see then. There he goes. Quickly have some Discord reactions. Sharpshooter isn't really happy, gets bunted 4 times. We did see that on stream, really. And all the penalties, of course, being all over the place. And don't wait for people on the racing line. That is exactly what we need to do. If you wait on the racing line, it's even more dangerous than just waiting outside of the line, because the people have to continue their line and shouldn't, or you shouldn't be in their way. Reviews are also, well, almost being issued, but we don't get to see that. They're going to personal messages, because otherwise it will be nasty. Quite a lovely shot we have here. So we have a little petite break, and then we will be back for the second race. So I'm going to take a little teeny tiny break too, and then we will be back. And we are back for the second race. Almost getting started now. There we go. Race 2 of this evening. Okay, we don't start. The race director didn't change the settings yet. So, no start yet, no start yet. But we can't abort this one currently, so we'll just have to wait. We'll make another stock check of this one. And SNKSD. Oh no, he's just driving a bit slow. Okay, we'll change the grid order now, which will be a little bit effective, because if we change it to previous race, it will go from this race. So guys, if you can exit here, then it all would be great. And there we go. Yep. He will quickly change the settings and then we'll be on to racing again. Okay, we're just all joining the game, so the times can be set, and then we're on to race 2, this time for you. Exactly, Pies. Go ahead. We would like to see it. Okay, race should be good now. And then we'll have a go again. So, let's time it. I did. There we go, ready and set with Nico on pole. After that Max, then we have Pies on P3, Nightview, SNKSD, EXC, Sharpshooter, Genesis, our Hulk, Dragnet, Identify and Jordi. Let's see how this will go on the beautiful Le Mans circuit, or the Circuit de la Sarthe in the France. Let's see where we go, 3 trous, and envie, something. Let's see, Pies having a great start. Coming across the block and now into the first place with a rocket start. Let's try to keep it all clean, guys. No bumper cars played here. Nico now being to the side. Pies keeping his line nicely and everyone gets to the corner cleanly, except a bit of sliding there at the back. But we'll keep having a look. Max now under pressure by Nico. Pies having a little bit of a gap. Dragnet now at the back of the screen, having a go at Sharpshooter. Nightview on P5, being lost a few positions there, now being in the gearbox of EXC. Now Slipstreaming Fest is about to begin. Already Nightview is making the move across. Now let's see if Pies gets under pressure. Of course he will get under pressure, but will he keep it? He does. Oh, Max goes wide. Too much. Make a clean re-entry, he does. And he also gets a penalty. which he will have to lose. Let's see how the back. Yeah, all nice view. Letting the guys pass probably. Might have an issue now. Dropped all the way to P10. But there's being places given across the board, so it didn't go that clean there. But we'll have a look. Nico now on the outside of Max, keeping the position after a heavy slipstream attack. Yet again, top 3 is still close here on the first lap of race 2. Looking good as always. Nico trying to defend, maybe. Max on the inside line, having a better way out of there. Now very close to Nico. Pink is never fast, that doesn't go up this race. Pink is fast. Let's have a look at what's happening. Ooh, here it's gonna be tricky. 3 wide. Okay, of course it is usually just a public road, so it is possible. But let's see how this ends up. Who's on the side? The Hulk. 3 wide still. Ooh, identified leaving the room. Oh, or might have had issues. Night View now leading this little train. Dragnet having a bit of a... Oh, we have someone going off, which will be Genesis. Let's see. At the front, Nico being put under heavy pressure by Max. Maximum pressure. Being very close together still, all the top 3 guys, with a bit of a 2-second gap between them and Sharpshooter. Let's see how it's going at the back of the field. Of slipping and sliding, but that's all okay. Little bit of time to breathe now currently, but it's still going on. There we go. Close together. Was there a mistake made? Might be no. And now Nico going on the inside. Max having a look at the outside already. Vice taking the defensive line and does so nicely. And look at this action, guys. Looking great. And Max now takes P2. A little error made by Nico, being so close. It is an instant position. That much action now. We have SNKSD slipping and sliding and losing the position to Genesis. Oh no, also has to go wide. But SNKSD does give the position. Or not voluntarily, but position gets given. There we go. Onto the slipstream fast corner again. Oh, bit of drifting by Vice. Now Max going to the inside, having passed Nico again. Nico being very close. Once more. Pink gets close. There he goes, out of the slipstream. Doesn't really get that much of an advantage out of that. Now being very close, almost pushing Max. Let's see. Now side to side, going for a different line. But Max, he could be his line very tight, and Nico getting a penalty and a bit of drifting. Sharpshooter and himself now having a penalty. Nice, you know, up to P6 again. Ooh, no. Onto P6 again now behind EC. Let's see what he can do. Getting a bit of an advantage out of the slipstream now. Going for a wider line. Ooh, not really that much. Oh, we see 2 people there going into the same corner, which ends up well. There we go. The attack from Max on Vice's lead, and now having passed him, according to the timing, but they're still very close together. But now, ooh. Spice there with a nice move, but now Max comes to the inside. He does not after the drifting, maybe. Very nice and clean racing here, being side to side and overtakings everywhere. Sharp now getting a bit closer. Max still with a very slight lead and still being next to side by side together, really. Let's see how this goes. Spice now on the inside being a bit faster. Max defending. One tiny mistake and Spice will cross him, please. And now they have settled behind each other again. Ooh, white line, but it's all good. And we're on to the final lap again. Now Nico is back to Spice again. There they go. On to the final lap. Have a look what's happening at the back. It's all a bit spread out, so we can focus here real quick. With Nico and Spice. I'm going to say it wrong, I'm already saying it wrong. Probably again, Sharpshooter being into P4. After that we have EXE and Nightview, who are currently still in their battle. There they go. Almost onto the straight. Nico being very, very close, taking probably big advantage of the slipstream at this moment. Ooh, does get a penalty. But the guys does seem to lose them quite quickly, really. So hopefully it won't be that much of an issue. Almost at the side of the track now. Let's see what he can do. Making the move. He's letting Spice know that he's there, and now with a little bit of drifting action, Nico can get through. But now it's onto the slipstream business of Spice to do him good. Now Nightview has passed EXE, but now EXE can get slipstream. You see him crawling to Nightview, and now side by side. Close. Isn't able to get past. No. There, it's close again between Nico and Spice. Into the slipstream, out of the slipstream. Taking a different line. Spice defending on the inside, doing that nicely. Is this a two-car corner? It is not, and he keeps the position. Nicely defended there. EXE now having passed Nightview again. They're really into the battle there. Max having quite comfortably 2-second lead. No errors there, and he will drive this home. But still, we have about 7 kilometers to go on the track. Nico having a penalty still. Of course, while being in this battle, there's no time to get rid of it. But we'll get back to our EXE Nightview battle here. It's very good to watch. There they go, slipstream again. Out of the slipstream. There they come. Almost a bit of touching there. Taking a different line. Is that faster? Yeah, it is, but there's still a car in the way. Have a look. This is gonna get close. Now Sharpshooter has made a massive move into P2. Bet I missed that. Sorry guys. But now it's very close on P3. Max having finished already, by the way. There comes Sharpshooter. Then it's Spice with a solid P3. Nico on 4th. Nightview on 5th. Then it's Our Hulk, EXE and Dragnet being very close to each other. And now the whole field does manage to finish in time as SNKSD lost this race. And this here are the results. Max, Sharpshooter, Pies, Nico and Nightfew completing the top 5. Congratulations to Max. Great, 1 position raised from the 2nd position on the 1st row to victory with the fastest lap of the race as well. Well, then in a couple of minutes we will be to the final race of this season altogether. And then, yeah, final race, final points to be divided. Quickly get some reactions from the Discord. We have some some guys saying that some moves weren't that nice. Dennis is having saying he has a great run. Spanning greedy in the Porsche curves. Everyone's ready, we're going to straight into the 3rd race. Final race of the season, guys. Damn. And get your keyboards and chats ready, by the way. Oh, there we go, onto the final race as well. Quickly have to time the animation and then it's all good. Onto the final race, but guys, at the end of on the final lap this race, I will open the driver of today vote, and you see the list with names on the screen, and you can say the number where you want to vote for in the chat, and then you can select your driver of the day. Max on pole, then Sharpshooter. 3rd place will be for Pies, Nico, Nightfew, and let's get ready, monsieur. All la France at Le Mans. There we go. Nightfew having a great start again, onto P3 already. Sharpshooter, nice start as well. 3 wide now. Nightfew being into the 1st place, bit of pushing, but manages to keep it on the track. Sharpshooter, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, that was massive punting again. We don't want to see that, guys. And now the field is all mixed up. Hulk in P2, Max in keeping or getting his 1st position now, and after that it's Pies, who did get through the corner, and Nico back to P4 as well now. But that wasn't, guys, we're gonna have an entry or really discussion at the end of this race, especially by Nightfew. Will be dead last by now probably, with that kind of spin. We don't get to see that, guys. But it's Slipstream Fest again, going into the 1st chicane. Which is called the PlayStation or Xbox chicane or something like that in real life, by the way. Quick facts. Pies now. First by the Hulk being in the little slipstream terrain here. Let's see how that goes, or how they will end up overtaking in the 1st. Whoa, Nico with lots of speed. Now already into P4 and does manage to make it stick. Max being a bit slow. The corner and Pies almost hitting him. Now Nico is at the back, EXE at the back of our Hulk. Nightfew being all the way down the straight there. Oh. Don't want to make it any worse. Hulk. A penalty. All goes cleanly. Yeah. There they go. We have really a battle with 5 persons for the first place. Still close together, and now it's onto the slipstreaming again. Guys on the outside, looking for the victory here. Nico having a bit of a touchy moment with Max there. Just continue, guys. Quickly have a look at the back of the field. Is it close there as well? Yeah, we have Dragnet being into slipstream of SNKHD, and Nightview being all the way down here. Just managed to pass really on his way back to the race with only 3 laps. It's going to be hard. Of touching the walls there. Max going to the outside now. We have Pies having 1.5 second lead now. A bit of a gap. It's close between all these guys, just as we are used to. Ooh, this is some interesting phony digital shit again. Being able to get into each other. Might not be on their screens, but probably they can see each other, or just something on my screen. But there goes Nico on the inside of Max, having more speed, but let's see how they will end up in this corner. Max having the inside line, defending, pushing him out a bit, but Nico doesn't give himself one. Doesn't give over the position that quickly, but now going into the grass and loses 4 positions with that, 3 positions. So good stuff, and EXE now in P2, and Pies having a bigger lead with all the shenanigans here going at the back of the behind him, really. Now onto the straight. Well, yeah, the curve and then the straight. The curve is straight. Max already on the outside. EXE quick position switch, so I can see it. Max on P2 already now, having, yeah, just managed to pass his car already. There they go now. Wait for the first corner. EXE braking later. Getting the position back. Ghosting. Why? We have to net off and into each other again. Okay. It's all possible. Nico now being into P5 again. Let's see, Nightview is closing, but of course not having slipstreams as all the other guys. He isn't going to run into them that quickly. The corner again, EXE being put under pressure by Max again, but they can go into each other, so hitting those won't be a problem. Pies now on a 3-second lead. Nicely done here. The second lap of our final of the season 5, the first division in the European Union here. EXE now being passed right to the corner. Oh, nicely defended there. 3 wide. Now action, but they will most likely want to get behind each other or into each other. That's also possible now. They go side by side. Max on P4. Now being passed by our Hulk. No, not yet. Seems it. EXE with a little petit peu of a lead. Nico now, nice move there into P3 again. But still has a penalty. But as we saw in the first 2 races, you can still win with a penalty here. Even get rid of it cleanly there. Big shout out to Pies now here. Almost 4-second lead, cruising away. Of course not having or needs to be bothered with somebody in his back mirror all the time, putting pressure on him. So he just needs to try and keep it clean. Probably manage that. Well, we have a bit of a close battle here again. All the cars here on screen. There they come onto the very slow chicanes. Not really a place to overtake, and it all goes cleanly. I was a bit worried if Nico might hit EXE, but it bit. Shouldn't be a problem. Oh, we see Dragnet slipping off there. And now Sharpshooter and SKSD and Night View pass him. But we'll want to look at this real quick. Ballsy move there from Max. Almost a dive bomb into that. Penalty party here with all the guys here on screen. Genesis now joining them too. Nice pictures here. On to the final lap now, by the way, guys. I will put the driver of the day voting on the screen. See the live view, and we'll only have to press it and then it will go up. So the number, you can put it in the chat. Quickly make it a bit smaller, by the way, because why shit will go wrong. You want to see the race, of course. Okay, back to the race action. So number in the chat and then you vote for the driver. There we go. Nico P3, XC. Nico P2, XC P3. And it will most likely stay this way. Oh no, we have a spin by the Hulk, a crash. Oh no. Final lap of the final race of the season. Doesn't drive. No, okay, goes off the line. And all the cars passing him. Max and SKSD having a fight now. Max being dropped to P5. Had my championships hope on him, but no pressure. You did great in both first two races, so we'll have to see how the points will end up. By the way, guys, get voting. The number, you can just put it in the chat of your driver, or your preferred driver to get the driver of the day vote. He's now with a 4-second lead. Very nicely done there. And here the battle is still going on. Max and SKSD having a battle. Penalty party is still on, by the way, so we have to see how that ends up at the final grid. I think this might be the end. Oh, Night View being, by the way, P7. Nicely raced back into the field. Max now, penalty party. But we have P here winning. If, well, we don't say it before he crosses the line. Yeah, winning the final race of this season. P2 for Nico, EXC on a nice P3, Max there, P4 with Genesis getting a penalty, 5 and 6 and 7th for Night View. Here comes our Hulk, after that Sharpshooter, close together still, Jordy and Dragnet, little fight and trying to get rid from penalties. Big congratulations to Pies, and then after that Nico EXC completing the top 3. Nicely done, Pies. Congratulations. By the way, guys, get voting. I want to try to see if this works. So the number you can see on screen now. Put it in the chat. And then you can vote for your driver of the day. After this, guys, by the way, we're going to get into King of the Cards. Get the... Oh, didn't change this again. Ah, my bad. Look at that. Better. So if you, by the way, if you are GTSRL member, you can now join the King of the Cards. 1 laps of the karting, by the way. So we still have the voting on the screen right here. So get your votes in, guys. I want to see if this works. Readable, it is readable. So type the number in the chat and then you will vote for that driver. No voting, guys, come on! I want to try and I want to know who you thought. You can, yeah, I couldn't really block the way for people to won't be able to vote for themselves. But guys, you can, be fair. I will cast my vote now, by the way. Let's see. Was the biggest guy tonight? Well, I think action-wise, I will go with pies. We need a different vote now, guys. Otherwise, I will have to just put the vote. Yeah, okay. Look at this. Now it's getting together. And we're almost onto King of the Cards already starting now, by the way. Quickly put it aside now, by the way. There we go. First, gonna look to the karting. Norix is number 1. There we go, karting at Le Mans. Une lap, le karting à Le Mans en vie. There we go. One crazy lap of karting, especially with the long straight and the slipstream being very, very high. You can see I already made the move. It's going to be switching all over the place. Let's see. Try to keep track of this. There they come. Oh, it's slipping as the... I'll try to do this in French. Le Rixie en le position 1. Le dragnet en 2. Le view, le C. Oh, what happens in the second slipstream corner, slipstream fest already, Let's see. Je me try to be funny, but maybe not. If Becky no. The position oh, Pete's going to pass him very hard because of the slipstream. Hate French, by the way, so this is a bit strange for me. Onto the first chicane. How many guys are going to go straight? Oh, well, we have a bit of guys getting in the bumper. With Dave Becky now on the position 1. Halfway on the lap. And then now taking the first position, but 3 wide, going into the second chicane in a few moments. slipping and sliding. People all over the place. There they go. I don't even have things to say, but this is going all over the place. This is really any tactic except from getting behind the other person and slipstreaming the shit out of his cart and then making the move. But nicely being passed here on the inside. Ooh, we have a bit of hitting each other, but it goes. I cannot say it's cleanly, but by the way, the field is still together. Very close ranging, close and clean as we like it here at the GTSRL. Well, so far for the clean part, but we are moving. A bit too fast through the field. There they go. Oh, few guys going just straight. Where a real car crashed in the race, I think too. Yeah, a private LMP1 team who wasn't really that happy after that. Of course, being running an LMP1 it's very expensive. It's le trop cher. Yeah, you can Google that. That is correct French. Let's see who will take the final GTSRL Season 5 King of the Karts crown. Ooh, drifting there by Max. Sharpshooter now in P2 and SKHD in P3. Always does well in the karts, I think. Okay. There they go, onto the final, well, straight part of the track, then into the final chicanes. Then season is really over. Sharpshooter there going lawnmower like crazy. Now going into the sand, a bit of off-roading there. Oh, and now, okay, that was a bit too crazy. They both got set back, and SNKSD will most likely take the win with the slipstream. Let's see. Yes, he does. Dragnet on P3, Dave, Bam Bam, Sharpshooter, and EXE is on his way there, and Pies coming over the track. Now. Poll is still on the screen, by the way, now, guys. So have a quick last vote because it's a tie now between Nico, Nightview, and Pies. So we do need to have a bit more votes, really, if we want to get this thing off the ground. But it was just an experiment, really, which, well, it was quite fun. It's quite interesting to see, anyway. Well, guys, I think that will conclude our coverage. Almost. We'll just have to wait until the last votes come in, and then, guys, I would like to thank you very much, by the way, to have following my streams across the season, with one being, well, a bit crazy, but the other two were, well, I think quite decent for my standards. So it was fun to have you here. It was really fun to hear you guys in the chat, and of course I would like to see you well, next time too, as well, next season. I hope to be streaming, but I have a test week next week, so I probably won't be able, but we have time trials then, so it should be okay, by the way. Oh, that really does come at the exact, well, the best time really for me. I see a lot of 8s, by the way, guys. So I think we'll give the driver of the day to Pies then. I think, yeah, really. Wait a little petit peu more? No, I won't. Probably won't. Just need to get at school very early tomorrow again. Well then, guys, I'm going to end the stream here. I would thank you really much for watching, really much for stopping by the whole season really, and for the great comments I'm getting on my stream. Really means a lot. I put, well, quite a lot of work into it, so it's nice to see that you people like it too. And then I hope to see you once more in the next seasons of the GTSRL, with of course the new website system we are working on having effect on the streams as well, because I can get the information really easily about every race, so I can tell a bit of more in-depth information about the drivers. Well then, guys, I'm going to end it really here. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for watching. And as you can see on the screen, a full replay will be uploaded and stuff on YouTube in the coming hours, and on Twitch it will be up directly after I stop the stream. So, good night and see you next time.
Atoms fall apart. The apocalypse.